Well, hello, little mamas, and welcome to Move Over Mama. I know it's a bit weird. Millie and I are snuggled on the same couch, but today we have not one but two guests joining us on the podcast, and they both have very similar names, Sophia and Sophie. One is Sophia Rizzo, aka Glitter Girl. Now, we've already had her on the podcast, and we'd love you to go back and search for that podcast to hear her story. But she's just launched a new business called the Sparkle Academy, so you can learn to be a little businesswoman just like her. And she's also been announced as an ambassador for Enterprising Girls. Now, Enterprising Girls is a great government organisation that encourages young girls to get into business. And the person behind that is Sophie Coyle. So she's joining us on the podcast as well to talk all things entrepreneurial if you are a young woman with great ideas. And I'm actually going to move right on over.
Yes.
I'm going to get out of this seat because although I love being right next to you because I get to squish you, you hate it. So I'm moving on over, Millie, and we say hello to Sophie and Sophia.
Yay!
Right, I'm going.
Yeah. Hello, how are we today?
Good.
That's good. So, Sophia, you have got a business called Glitter Girl. For the people that don't know, could you please tell us what your business is?
Yeah, of course. So Glitter Girl is a company that I started when I was just 10 years old, and we sell all things from eco-friendly glitter to makeup and accessories. And I started the business because I wanted to bring people joy through our products, and there were no eco-friendly glitter options. So that's why I started Glitter Girl.
Yeah, and can you tell us why you wanted to extend your business to the Sparkle Academy?
Of course, I wanted to help young girls start businesses, and I wanted to help them get an idea to actually having a real business.
Yeah, so what is the Sparkle Academy? Like, what's the program?
The Sparkle Academy is a business course. So me and Mum made it together. She helped me out. And it's an online course that you can go through, and it helps you to start your own business.
Yeah, how long did this take, and how long will the course take for kids?
To make the course, we've been working on it for years. It took a very long time to get it perfect. Took lots of sending it to our friends to try it out. It took quite a long time. And it's a self-paced course.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it every day, you could probably get it done in about 2 weeks, but it kind of depends on how much time you're spending on it.
Yeah. Sophie, you are part of the Academy of Enterprising Girls. What made you want to be a part of this?
So we are so aware that the future entrepreneurs, just like you ladies, are sitting in classrooms right now at school. And the Academy for Enterprising Girls is there to provide those young women with the skills, the creativity and the empowerment to be able to take control of their future and see entrepreneurship as a viable career path. So that's what we do.
And how long have you been working here for?
The Academy has been running for about 4 years. In that time, we've supported more than 25,000 students. We've delivered more than 500 workshops nationwide, and we've seen about 8,000 entrepreneurial ideas come through our online platform. So loads of young women out there who are just so built into the AEG community, and we're very, very proud of them.
That is so amazing. And Sophia, you are a part of this. You are now an ambassador for the Academy of Enterprising Girls. How did you come across this?
We had the Academy for Enterprising Girls contact us and just ask us to be an ambassador, and we love everything that their program stands for, so it was such a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Have you guys done previous work before together?
No, we've always had Soph on our radar. We've always been watching her from the sidelines. And then one of the campaigns that we ran last year, which was a huge success, which Zoe Foster-Blake was the ambassador for last year, we brought it back this year. It's called Glow. And we just knew straight off the bat that Sophia was the perfect girl for us. So yeah, she's our Glow 2025 ambassador. Glow stands for Girls Leading Our World. And we believe that that's exactly what Soph stands for. So we're thrilled.
That's so amazing. So for both of you, why is it so important to encourage young girls starting their businesses?
We know that space around the 12 to 14-year-old age mark is naturally where girls tend to lose confidence in STEM pathways and leadership pathways. And we know that small businesses in Australia, it's only about 35% that are female-led or female-founded. But we also know that between 2006 and 2021, more than 24% of small businesses were founded by females, which was 3 times the rate of our male counterparts, which proves the point to us that if we can get into those young girls girls at school and really build up those foundational skills and mindset, they absolutely have the ability to rise and redefine and become entrepreneurs. And you two ladies are a prime example of that. So we just think if we can get in at that young age, which is exactly what AEG does, we work with girls aged 10 to 18, and we know that that is a really great foundation. If we can catch them in that time frame, we can yet give them the skills and empowerment to see entrepreneurship as something that they can absolutely do.
So how does the GLOW program work?
So the Academy for Enterprising Girls is based on our national workshops, which we deliver nationwide. So we go out to schools for either a half day or a full day. We work with some fantastic delivery partners, and we go out and we really build on the skills that the young women already have, but we show them how to translate that into an entrepreneurial mindset. We've also got a really fantastic comprehensive e-learning platform, and that basically takes girls through the process of having a business idea all the way through to that sort of 10 steps of what they need to really launch their business. And then we have a fantastic resource hub for educational purposes. There's great resources for teachers, parents, and some fantastic things for students as well. So that's how the Academy runs. And then we have Girls Leading Our World, which is a campaign that Sophia's been a part of. And that is really encouraging girls to take leadership roles. So stepping into that space, creating events, running events, and having Soph as the face of that.
You match it perfectly. So what do people expect when they first step into the Sparkle Academy?
I think you can expect to learn all of the things you need to start your own business.
Yep.
So learn from what I've learned from starting a business, learn from some of the, speed bumps we've had along the way, learn how to grow from that, and really just bring your idea to life.
Yeah. How can people find your Sparkle Academy?
The best way is our Instagram, which is just thesparkleacademy.au.
Yeah. So both academies sound so great. Sophia, do you wish that this academy was around when you were first starting your business?
The Academy for Enterprising Girls would have had everything I needed when I was first starting Glitter Girl. I mean, there are so many things all over their website, so many resources. So it's definitely something I wish I had access to when I was first starting Glitter Girl, but I'm glad I'm in a position where I can tell people they can have it now. So I can take people to their website and they can find everything they need on there.
That's so cool. Sophie, what does your Academy of Enterprising Girls, what's the type of workshops and day things that you do?
Yeah, so when we go into the school, we go with our delivery partners who are absolutely fantastic. We go all across Australia, and we really build on the foundations of the skills that the girls have already got. What we hear a lot of at the Academy when we go into schools is sometimes maybe that lack of confidence. So the girls will maybe say, I'm not too sure I've got the ability to do X, Y, and Z. And at that point, we want to really break it down and say, okay, let's talk about the things that you're really good at. So a good example is, saying to them, what are you great at? And somebody will say, I'm the listener of the friendship group. So, people will come to me and I'm great at listening. And we say, okay, so you're empathetic. And they'll say, yeah, I'm empathetic. And we say, okay, great. So that is a really great asset as an entrepreneur, because you've got to be able to be empathetic to your customers. You've got to be able to be empathetic to your community so that you can fill in that gap and help those people. And then they suddenly go, oh yeah, I am empathetic. And oh yeah, that is a good entrepreneurial skill. So it's really building on those foundations and making it really relatable and really able to just get to that next step to say, yeah, you're right, I do have that. So it's a lot of time spending building on those foundations and building up that confidence. That's what the workshops are all about.
It's such a good feeling as well when you see the girls, it starts to click.
Absolutely, yeah.
We went to one today and it was just so amazing.
Yeah.
How do both of these courses build courage in the girls that you inspire?
I think the Academy for Enterprising Girls and all of their resources really just shows you that you can start your own business too. I mean, all the resources they have with information about me shows that, young girls like me can do it. You can start a business when you are just 10 years old. So I think that really helps them out, seeing real people starting businesses too.
Yeah, we have had so much response of people saying, I can't believe that Soph started her business at the age that she did. And I think it's making what feels like a really, untouchable, incredibly successful woman actually then they can work through the resources and they see Sophie and they go, oh, actually, yeah, do you know what? I've read about it and she started this way and she worked with mum and she did X, Y, and Z. And you know, I could maybe think about doing that too. So I think, again, it's making everything, bringing it back to that relatability part. Yeah, that's where the confidence stems from. If you can build that, then yeah, you're in.
Can you please give us an example of one of your success stories that you've had from one of your girls?
Yeah, absolutely. There is a front and centre person in my mind. We have a competition called the Enterprising Girl of the Year, and our winner last year, Isabella, she came from a really regional part of Australia. She came from a farming background and she had a problem in her farming community that she came up with a really great business idea for. She entered the competition, and when I first met with Isabella on Zoom, you know, she was quite nervous, she was quite shy, rightly so. She was very young, and she came through the competition. We took her to Canberra. She presented in Parliament House. She met the Governor General. She met Jim Chalmers. She did it all. In fact, the Governor General told her business idea to King Charles. You know, it grew arms and legs. She was just such a superstar, and she is such a great example of, she came in and she entered the academy at a point where she was quite early on in her ideation, and she's just flourished. She was such a worthy winner. We have seen her, you know, take the academy back to her new school. She's got her own girl founder club, and now when I speak to her, she's like a different young woman. She's so confident. She just can't speak enough of what she's doing and talk about the academy, and she's just such a prime example of the type of girls in our community that we're just so proud of.
How long ago was this?
So that was last year. Our Enterprising Girl of the Year competition is currently open for 2025. We are looking for our next Enterprising Girl of the Year. All you have to do is complete all of the e-learning modules, all 10 modules, and you enter into the competition. It closes on the 10th of October. And yeah, the winner will be flown to Canberra. They'll pitch in Parliament House. They'll have media reach. They'll have some great media training. There's an amazing goodie bag. It's a fantastic competition, and it's all free. It's free to enter.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that creativity and business comes hand in hand?
I think it definitely helps being creative. I think you could start a business without it, but I think it would definitely help you if you have some creativity, so you can kind of step outside of the box and maybe create a new product, create something new that people haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh, absolutely. So much of the fundamental things that we talk about at the Academy is about having that creativity from the outset, but also nurturing it. You know, I think we can't have everything all the time in terms of we don't have all of the skills from the outset. So it's actually saying, yeah, I'm maybe not the most creative person, but I'm going to use resources and support to build on that creativity. So yeah, absolutely. It's a huge part of it. Yeah. But it's also, it can be learned and nurtured as well, I think. You know, I'm sure lots of business owners out there that would say they aren't the most creative person in the world, but yeah, they've got there and they've got the support around them.
Yeah. This is another question for you both. What are some of the doubts that you see in young girls that are really common, and how you can, you know, help them improve their doubts?
I think probably confidence. I think a lot of people lack confidence, and that probably is why they haven't started their business or they haven't put their idea out there yet. But I mean, I think everyone should just try. The worst that can happen is, you know, not really a lot. I think, you know, just have confidence, try. Your friends will support you.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we see a lot of that peer pressure feeling. I think, you know, I remember being at school and feeling that, and I think it's still prevalent today, that slightly anxiousness about not wanting to maybe speak up in front of friends, or not wanting to voice. We saw it a little bit this morning, not wanting to voice this unique idea that you've got. And I think that is something that, especially when we do the workshops at schools, we really try and break out into smaller groups. And as soon as we break out into those smaller groups, the girls are much more willing to talk, especially when it's mixed groups of mixed ages and things. So I think, yeah, that external pressure, that's definitely still there. But as soon as you take them away and they start to sort of settle in, you see those ideas coming out and the chat starts going. So yeah, that peer pressure, unfortunately, but there's always a way around it.
How do you get over peer pressure?
I think having that belief that you can do it. So if I don't know you, I feel like you will be able to be a testament to that. But just holding your own and saying, absolutely, I know that what this is the right thing for me. That's your superpower.
Yeah, I think definitely just believing in yourself. Yeah.
Sophia, you're still a teenager. You're about to kind of leave that era soonish. Is that right?
December. Oh, actually, no, well, not till I'm 20. So a few years.
Okay, yeah. But what were you guys both like as teenagers or early teenager?
I was all the things that I love about myself now that I really didn't like about myself when I was young. I think that is something that is, I definitely feel that all the confidence and loving talking to people and getting out and about, I think as a teen I probably shied away from that, and I was like, I don't want to speak up, I don't want to say too much. But actually now as an adult, I'm like, that's what I love doing in my life. Yeah. So I think I was probably very quiet, which was hard to believe, but yeah, very quiet, and probably very much a people pleaser in that sense, and maybe being a little bit nervous to be stepping out of that box. But yeah, then you realise as you become an adult that actually, the best way to be is just the way that you are. And yeah.
I mean, I am still a teenager, but I think right now I'm pretty confident. I mean, I love talking to people, and I feel like I'm very driven and motivated with my business.
Sophie, it's quite obvious that you do have an accent. Where did you grow up, and when did you move to Australia?
Being a teen in Scotland was wonderful. Glasgow is such a great place. The people are extremely friendly. The weather is miserable. That's one thing I will say. We moved for the sunshine. My partner and I love the sunshine, hence why we're here. But yeah, day to day in Scotland, it's very wet. It's very grey. It's the sun doesn't really exist. But it is just, the people over there are absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful country. I'd highly encourage you to go and visit and then come back here and spend like 11 months of your year here, be in the sun, be in the warmth. But being a teen in Scotland, it's probably a little bit of pressure to not step out of the norm. Doing things in your lane and maybe not stepping out of that lane as much. But very lucky that we've got two places to call home now. So there and here. Yeah.
So nice. And obviously, building businesses, you make mistakes and, failures can happen. What do you think that what role do you think mistakes can play when building a business?
I think they can definitely help you grow. I mean, we've had so many products that we thought would fly off the shelves and they sell so slowly. So I think you can learn so much from it. I mean, when a product starts selling slower than we think, we just look at it, we change our marketing, we change the product photos, we just do what we can to improve it instead of looking at it as a negative. We look at it as a way to grow.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to talk to young women about the fact that mistakes and challenges, shall we call them, are absolutely inevitable. You're both business ladies, you'll get it, but that is a huge part of the day, the week, the month sometimes months on end, where we're up against challenges. And I think it's being prepared for that to kind of arise. We speak in our big sister program, Enterprising Me, we speak a lot about actually crisis planning, and the planning for a crisis is often months before the actual crisis hits. And I think that's something that, if we're prepared, then we're prepared for those challenges to come up. So it's about not being sort of railroaded by them as of such.
Is there a specific failure that you can share with us?
Yeah, a couple months ago we released some fake eyelashes. They were made out of plant fiber instead of like plastic or animal products, so they were super safe for the environment and we thought all of our customers would absolutely love them. But I think they ended up being a bit too old. Our demographic's a lot younger and I don't think they're really wearing fake eyelashes. Yeah. So they definitely didn't sell as fast as we thought they would. But we ended up doing a few different deals, like buy one, get one free, and we ended up selling them in the end. But yeah.
Yeah. What role models did you guys look up to as you guys were growing up?
Oh, we're both going to say the same answer. Obviously my mum. She's my heart and soul. She is, if I could just transport her here and have her in Australia all the time, I would. She just absolutely showed me what the definition of hard work and professionalism and knowing how to do a good job and be a great human at the same time was. So yeah, that's easy for me.
Yeah, I'm going to say my mum too, not only because she's sitting here looking at me, but because she is definitely a role model for me. I mean, she's helped me build everything in Glitter Girl and she's taught me everything I know. So she's definitely a very big role model for me.
Just to let you know, Mum, today at the event I said that you were my role model as well.
She did.
Okay, I didn't say you needed to come give me a hug. Okay. When things get tough, what motivates you guys?
For me, I think it's definitely just remembering why I started Glitter Girl. I mean, I want to make people happy through our products. I want to bring people joy. So just remembering that always keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the Academy, it is hands down the feedback that we get from teachers or from the students themselves when they've taken part in the online learning or they've had a workshop and they've just loved it, and you can tell that they've sort of flourished in that session itself. That is the motivation that keeps the Academy turning and is absolutely the reason that we do what we do.
What is one skill that you think every girl needs when creating a business?
Well, I don't know if I can think of just one. I think confidence is definitely really important to have, or if you don't have it, try learn it, try, help your friends, give you confidence, get support from everyone so you can gain confidence.
Yeah, 100%. I think one thing that we really encourage at the Academy is actually to really listen. And I know that sounds a little bit silly, but I think when we really tune in to ourselves and what we think and what we feel, and also tune into our environment and students and teachers and that support system, when we really listen and we sort of are aware of what's happening, that's when we can actually really see those gaps and those abilities to say, hey, I've got an idea for that, or, oh, my friends are all talking about this, what about if we did it this way? So I think, absolutely, you got to be confident, you got to have that creativity flowing, but really tuning in to what you think and you feel, you won't go wrong. Absolutely.
How important is social media today when advertising and making a business?
I think it is so important. It's such a great way to get your business out there, to get yourself out there. It's free to post on social media. So I think it's something that everyone should be doing if they're not already, if you have a business. Even if you're posting once a week, I mean, it's still getting your name out there. So I think it's really important to be using social media.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, social media is really important for the Academy. We are a free program. We want to be seen and we want students to know that we're there. So we're very reliant on making sure that we use our platforms to get that visibility. Globally, we know that women are half as likely to start a business than males, which is just absolutely what AG is there to try and, break away that stigma and get those girls at that young age to join the Academy and really build those foundations from the outset. So it's really important that we go to where they are, and that is on the socials, absolutely.
Yeah. What's one myth about running a business that you want to get rid of?
We remind the girls at the Academy that it is absolutely not necessary to be able to do everything. I think there's a bit of a misconception that if you're an entrepreneur, you can wear like 25,000 hats. And that's true in some scenarios, but actually recognizing that you're probably fantastic at a handful of things, and that's where you should put your focus, and then get help and get support in whatever capacity that is, whether it's friends, family, or, financially getting support, but getting help with those other bits that maybe you're not quite as passionate about or you don't love as much, and focusing where you're really great. I would say that's advice that, we definitely give us. You actually don't have to be able to do it all. Just, be really great at the bits that you're good at, and then try and get some help with the other parts.
Yeah. Mine, I think it's definitely that running a business is easy. It's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work. And on social media, you can see, everyone posts the best parts of running a business, the fun parts, but behind the scenes, it takes so much work to really get your business out there, to get orders. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Now, what is, I guess, like the ultimate dream that you guys have for both of your courses in 5 to 10 years?
Hopefully the Academy for Enterprising Girls will just continue to be able to reach those young women across the nation and deliver those entrepreneurial mindset and skills and pieces of advice to see them be the next future female founders. That's what we're here for.
I think for me, it's for Glitter Girl to be more worldwide. At the moment, we mainly focus on our customers here in Australia, but I'd love for everyone around the world to be wearing Glitter Girl, using the Glitter Girl products, all of that.
What would be one advice that you guys would give to your younger teen selves or your 10-year-old self, Sophia?
I think the advice I'd give to my 10-year-old self is that you can do it. I mean, obviously I was very confident as a young girl, and I did know, but I didn't know if I'd be able to, reach all my goals. But I think I definitely tell her that she does reach all of her incredible goals that she had.
Yeah.
I think the advice that we would give at the Academy is don't worry if you don't quite see what you would like or what you're aiming to be in market yet. You know, we're hoping that, by the time you get to be that entrepreneur and to launch that business, you're creating something new. So, the advice being, don't worry if it doesn't look or you don't look exactly like what, maybe the counterparts are doing. Just, have faith to step in and know that, you're going to be the first. It's going to be brilliant.
Let's do our little game of this or that. Okay, so solo startup or a team project?
Oh, 100% team project.
I think team too, yeah.
You guys are both like all team, right?
Yeah.
TikTok inspiration or Pinterest inspiration?
TikTok.
Oh, I'm Pinterest.
Confidence or creativity if you had to pick one?
Confidence.
Yeah, confidence, yeah.
Side hustle or full-time just boss mode?
Full-time, yeah.
I can do side hustle. Yeah, I'll take side hustle.
Sparkly shoes or a sparkly bag?
Oh, sparkly shoes.
Sparkly bag.
You guys are like the complete opposite.
Yeah, sparkly shoes. Yeah.
Shark Tank pitch or TED Talk stage?
I'll take Shark Tank pitch.
I'll go
TED
TED Talk.
Tank.
Yeah.
Now, what is your dream collab for both of you?
Oh, this is ours. We've got ours. AG's got ours.
Dream collab. Maybe Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have her too. We'll take her if she's listening.
Yeah.
Now, we finish off by doing a fortune cookie.
Ooh.
So you guys can open the jar and take a fortune cookie
Okay, Sophie,
each.
ready?
And a lot of them, like at the end, actually kind of like relate back to what we were talking about.
Do you want me to go?
Oh, yeah, you go.
Sorry. Confucius said, make faithfulness and truth your masters. Have no friends unlike yourself. Be not ashamed to mend your faults. Wow. It's very complicated.
Yours is complicated. Mine is not complicated. Mine is, you're going to get some new clothes. I mean, I'm thrilled.
Is it actually?
Yes, that's what it says. It says you're going to get some new clothes, full stop. I mean, fabulous. Whoever's giving
Shopping
you out,
spree.
whoever's sending me off to Pacific Fair, I go. Wow.
They were
sorry,
both
Sophie.
very different. Thank you so much, both of you girls, for coming onto this podcast with us. It's a bit, it was really fun having you both on at the same time. What are both of your guys' socials?
Glittergirl.au.
Yeah.
Yeah, and ours is Enterprising Girls.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for
having
sharing
us.
some information, and I hope that some young teens out there can listen to this podcast and get some advice from you girls.
All right, I've come back and I was very jealous. I wanted to be in that conversation. You two are both amazing. But the girls gave their socials. We'll put them all in the show notes as well, so you can click straight through. Thank you so much for joining us. And also don't forget to follow us on all our socials, Move Over Mama, and subscribe. We really need lots of subscribers, especially on our new YouTube channel where you're probably watching this right now. Thank you so much. And we would love you to continue to follow and be a part of the Move Over Mama story. And we love actually uncovering beautiful, enterprising girls too.